guys, this is Students Film and Coffee. I'm Scott Brown.
I'm Alexis Faust.
And today we're going to review the new film, John Wick Chapter 2. This film follows John Wick, a hitman who has left that life behind him in order to pursue a normal life. But after the events of the first film, he gets pulled back in and headshots a lot of fools.
Yep.
First things first though, what kind of coffee did you get?
I got a chai latte.
Yep. So did I. Awesome. Now, after that formality's out of the way, what were your general thoughts on the film?
Overall, I thought that the film was pretty good. I really liked all the action scenes. That was probably my favorite. But I feel like it was kind of slow. Like, there was a lot of build-up, and then, like, I was waiting so long for the action scenes, and, like, they didn't come till a little bit later.
Yeah. I pretty much feel the exact same way about that. But just to start off, other than that, like, positives. Just getting into the positives.
Yeah. Positives. I really like the music soundtrack, actually. Like, I enjoyed when they're walking into the party, and he's super fancy, and there's like a concert, I think, going on outside, and there's just like some nice music down below there. There's like violins and everything, and then...
What I have to say on that, I did notice some Western elements as well, just in it, which I felt went very well with John Wick's character arc, which I really enjoyed because I love myself a good Western.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that. But yeah, that score is great.
It was such a good score. I really enjoyed it. So I really liked the music. That was super cool. I really liked the start of the film. It was really interesting when he was on a motorcycle.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves was on a motorcycle, and then he's going off, and then pretty much, he's like going into a battle scene. And then I just thought that was super cool because you're kind of trying to figure out like what's going on. And then we later find out that he's going to get his car.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was a cool introduction, and then the lighting was super interesting. And I noticed there was a lot of just different types of angles. It was just like a lot of clips in one sequence to make it just really visually appealing.
Yeah, there was just so many different camera, it was Chad Zdarsky, the director. He just was able to, with the first one as well as the second one, just keep it so stylized.
Yeah.
And just the style of it is just so interesting, and I really enjoyed it.
I don't know, there's just such cool different shots in there, and they're just different lengths of takes. It's not all short and choppy. You don't get that vibe from it at all.
Yeah, it's not all Bourne style cuts. I love myself the Bourne films.
Yeah.
But a lot of films cannot pull off that quick cut, like shaky cam style, and like the way this film just does it, longer takes, very stable camera, steady cam, is just it was a nice change of pace to most action films of this era essentially, and just it's beautifully shot. Just the stylization of all the shots, the camera movements, everything about it.
Yeah, and they show you the setting really well before they get into like the specifics of close-ups into characters, so you really know what's going on.
The scene at the end in the third act is so well done.
With all the mirrors and stuff everywhere.
Oh, that's so cool. I
so
love that scene. I just love mirror scenes, like hall mirror scenes in general. But this one is probably one of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, and it's just also more thrilling.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh wait, is the guy over there? Oh no, he's around the corner. And
it was just so nail biting.
Yeah.
And then Keanu, obviously, he is John Wick. He's one of the best bad actors ever, but he puts his heart and soul into this stuff, and he does most of his own stunts, and I think that just adds so much to the overall film.
Yeah, that was super impressive. And I liked it a lot.
Yeah. And Common as the villain as well, too. Another assassin.
Common. I liked there's a scene with Common and then John, and they're kind of like shooting back and forth at each other. Do you remember there's like cars in between them? And they're kind of ducking, and then they go up, and then they're ducking again.
And then they get into the
cool.
the metro station.
That was so much tension.
They were trying not to hit everyone, and you're like, oh my god, it was so good.
Yeah, well, because then they both go in, but they can't just start this whole scene with all these other people and bystanders there. So then there's just like all the bystanders are just like, what's going on? And then they leave, and then they just get at each other. So. And
I just love the world too, like just this world of assassins. Like it's just so interesting with the Continental and everything, and it's just how it's not just in New York, it's in Rome as well, and the crime boss, the heads of the crime families and everything like that.
You just realize how many people are actually involved when the messages get sent out for like certain hits.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, this is a huge network of people.
It just adds on to the mythology that was created in the first film that was so interesting, and it just makes everything so much cooler, honestly.
Yeah. It was super cool.
What were some of the negatives about the film that you felt like?
Negatives about the film, I felt that there was some good character development, but I felt like some of it was unnecessary, or just like I was waiting too long until the scenes where they finally fight, or something, or I don't know. That's my first thoughts. It was just a lot of build up, and then I was expecting more like punches.
Yeah, I definitely felt that same way. Like the setup, the first hour is just too long. I thought it was about 30 minutes too long. Like, the first John Wick is about an hour 40. This one's about 2 hours. And I just felt like that hour 40, they did enough, as much setup as they need, but then got right into the action. This one just had a way more setup, and I thought it slowed it down a lot after that opening action sequence.
Also, I was surprised that John would just, like, after his house gets, I don't know if I want to spoil anything, but I mean,
after something happens
to John in his house, he's just so willing to help.
I
wish they would have showed more of his struggle, or at least when he's finally committed to completing the task, that he's still kind of in and out with it.
I agree with that, and I also felt like his emotional motivation to do it was not as strong as the first film. Like, where in the first film, his wife had just died and she'd gotten him a dog, and like this was helping. It was helping him grieve, and then, like, literally the day after, his car gets stolen, and they kill his dogs, and he just goes out and kills everyone because of that. Because this was the last remnants of like that his wife gave him, and like there was some of that in there, just to add on to the first one. But I just felt
I think there wasn't enough.
Yeah, his emotional motivation to go back in it, I didn't think was the best.
They didn't set that up well enough, I don't think.
But going into John Wick 3, though, I feel like
it could be super good.
Yeah. But overall thoughts on the film, though, like to put a cap on it.
Overall thoughts, I really enjoyed it. Would I go see it again? I'm not sure. Maybe just so I could see all the different, like, because I did really enjoy the style of the film. I love the music of the film. Like, for example, when they walk into the party, like, that was a super cool, like, time. Like, lighting was super good. It was just because there's times where it was super dark and shadowy when it needed to be, and sort of mysterious. And then there were times when it was very, like, bright and elegant. And so I liked that. But I wish they didn't, like, they would have cut some parts out.
Yeah.
And then that way it also would have made the parts that had a lot of action just more like, whoa. Yeah. And you're not, because it wasn't like I was on the edge of my seat waiting. I was kind of like on the edge a little bit, and then I was kind of getting comfortable, and then I'd be like, okay, when's it coming? Yeah.
So, I completely agree. Like, you can, just with the action scene, I would definitely go back and rewatch this just as a companion to the first film, because I love that first film. Right. And just Chad Stahelski, who, because his stuntman background really shines in the action scenes with this, he just is so stylized and it's so great. But that setup was just so slow and too long.
But I like the dog.
Oh,
the dog was so enjoyable.
The dog is just replacing the dog. Like, it was just like,
It was sad. It was bittersweet.
Yeah.
But I did like the dog, the like mini role in there. That was enjoyable for me.
Oh, I love the dogs.
There were just also another positive. There was a bunch of comedic moments where they would just pause the camera and then just a little bit too long, and then that would create sort of like, oh, that's sort of funny.
Yeah,
or their expression on their face.
There was
would be
definitely
funny.
more comedy in this one than there was in the first one.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really well handled, and it was like genuinely funny.
Yeah.
I
think that's what held me over when I was waiting for the action. It's just the witty banter between some of the characters. You were like, oh, I was not expecting them to say that.
Yeah, and then even like the comedy like during the action scenes, even though they're so intense, like especially between Common and Common's character Cassian and John. Like they were just like that first scene with them. Yeah. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ruby Rose's character, I thought it was interesting when she did her sign language. That was sometimes funny when she was like
Yeah.
signing, and then they were both like joking back
Yeah.
and forth, like, "I'll see you later."
Yeah,
Will
yeah,
you?
I thought that was great too.
Yeah, that was
But
cool.
yeah. So out of 10, what would you give it?
Out of 10, I'd have to give it an 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a bit lower on that. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. Really enjoyed it, but like just that setup and just the emotional motivation just could not get me into like above a 7.5.
Okay.
But yeah.
Alrighty.
Thanks for watching. Hope you go out and see John Wick Chapter 2 if you're interested in this at all. And hope to see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
I don't know how to start this.
It's
Do you
okay.
want to do an opening?
I don't know. It's just John Wayne 2. Oh, no, wait. Hey guys, this is a movie review show, and today we're gonna be talking about. Wait, oh wait, yeah.
Guys, I have nothing else to add on this.